Hello everybody and welcome back to our beautiful Viridian Coves mega city. Now in this episode we are finally going to build the space station, but before we go really for the space station, I want to continue a bit with the sector project here as well. We do now have the titanium that we need, where we created the transfer route in the last episode, so we can now transfer that over here to our sector project to complete the next step, which would be the step 2 out of 6 out of this chapter here. So there are 3 chapters, and in that case,
so Sam was right about it.
Doesn't even change anything here.
A volunteer is needed to take care of this issue.
Okay, maintain an energy balance of 3000 here in Viridian Coves. We do have only 2400, and for that we can modify the transfer route that we have there. So we have built another fusion reactor module in the last episode, so in that case let's just get a bit more energy over here to Viridian Coves. That's perfectly fine. And now let's just wait. And while we wait for the sector project to reach its next step, as we can see, our space shuttle here in Viridian Coves is finally launching with biologists on board. So it's only one of a few shuttle starts that are already happening across the globe. We have the engineers on the moon, the physicists in the Arctic, and the biologists starting here on the way to the space station that we can then finally start crafting or creating, that is. And at the same time now the sector project here reaches its next step.
On your success. A volunteer is needed to take care of this issue.
Load your vehicle with 150 biopolymers. Oh, that's easy. We can do that without even having to wait for something. That would be step 4. Oh no, yeah, we could reach then step 5 with that. Let's load it and let's get it over there. So I really just want to reach the next step where we have to wait more than 5 minutes, and then we can do the space station.
Well done. We'll keep you in mind.
Another addition here to the platform.
The way you handle this will have an immense effect on your market.
Alright, attract a population of 50,000 investors. We have that, and now we need to wait a bit, so let's finally go for the space station. Orbital station.
Running smoothly.
And we have everything available. We have enough astronauts. Let's take over the sector.
Welcome to your corporate orbital station. You are free to expand it in order to pursue scientific research only possible in 0G. Enjoy your stay. I'll be on standby to advise you.
And once again, the graphics are just absolutely amazing.
The station can be expanded to pursue various types of research. Please keep your motivation up.
Right, and here we are now on the space station. We have a shield radius here once again, so as we can see, meteor showers are going down, well, towards Earth, and we can then just block them. And we do get the first quest here now. Expanding the station allows me to implement new technologies for you. I recommend connecting further workshops to my mainframe, and that is something that we can do now. Here we do have these modules here. Each one of these modules increases a production of something on Earth, like it's either for the energy, for the agricultural production, for our high-tech buildings. And each one of these modules here needs, however, those connecting modules here. One of them reduces the heat, the other one increases the heat, others just store something, and we'll just see where this takes us. So construct any orbital workshop is the first one. So we can choose between one of these. We have enough biologists, we have enough physicists for the biotech there as well. We have enough physicists for the electronics. And I'm actually inclined to go with the electronics in this case here, or agriculture, because agriculture takes the most space. Remember the ranch that we have, or the food, the rice and stuff like that, and this one just increases the production of that. So let's have this one here first. It costs me 25,000 credits, 25 graphene, and 1 module. We have 2 modules available at the moment. So let's build it.
Working conditions met. Research now possible.
Okay, the staff are highly trained in their fields, but your corporate strategy decides where they direct their expertise. Consult the available technologies. There we have this one here. There seems to be something wrong here though. Biologists are missing, so they're coming now from Earth, and then we'll work on this one here. And they increase then the sustenance pack, the deep water corals, and the moon crop that we need for this one here. Right, so that's that. And optimal temperature is 20 degrees, and the bonus would be we are at 0% right now, so we can now store something there that actually increases the heat. And I think artificial G-Lab, low platform, recycling system. Oh, down here we can see what it is that it needs to increase the bonus here, so the greenhouse would be something. And that actually makes sense. So let's have the greenhouse. For that we do need another connector, like this one here. And then we can have the greenhouse here as well. Right, so and as we can see now, it does increase the production now of this workshop here. So usually what I can just see is that that workshop here is probably not the best location here. We can then just move around those parts here, having this one here, then being connected to other parts or connectors again, you know, that add more to the bonus of this one here. That is that. So what I can see is that biologist is low, so we need to wait for more. We do have, however, another workshop kit, so we can use that on, let's say, the heavy industry, which would give us then more. Or, well, first of all, let's have a look at the technology Nexus. So this is where we have our space station access.
You with an overview on all orbital research. Please choose which research projects to commission.
Right. So here we now have all these different technologies that we can go for, and we need to research them first, right? So we can now say, for example, we do have, let's see, a biotech complex, this one here, which is not fully working yet. So in that case, I cannot go with this route, but this would here, for example, then increase the productivity of my biotech facilities, and we would unload or unlock more of these techs here. Then we can see heavy industry is the mineral stuff, so this increases the mineral output. That's pretty interesting for the molybdenum especially, that we need so much of. Energy is something that I really not want to focus on. Electronics for the high tech might be something, and the agriculture that we have here. Right, so that is the first module, and let's actually go with heavy industry for now, right? It's not going to be the last one that we have here. So in that case, let's have the solar panel here first, another connector, and then we can have the... Oh, where is it? Heavy industry. There it is.
Possibility for technological advancement.
Right, and in this case here, it's fully working already. The only problem here is that it's a bit too cold, as I can see. So we do need a recycling system or storage platform close by. No problem. There's the platform.
Reading you loud and clear.
Right, and as we can see, it's looking better already. 333 bonus now, right now. And then we have here the radiator. This is producing the heat. Let's have another connector and the radiator.
Temperatures warning, warning. Insufficient
Oh,
research supplies.
It seems it's too hot now. Right, another storage platform here and the recycling system, so all of them increase the temperature then, and this one is now working at its optimal temperature here, so at 633% efficiency. Now this one is yet now producing, or well, getting expertise, and this expertise that we have over here, we can now invest into those technologies. So the first one would be here, 10% increased productivity. Let's do that. It's now being researched, or well, we have invested it, and now we can go for another one. For example, we have +4 orbital module kits or 10 orbital link kits. And here we have one more workshop kit, and this is the thing that we want to go for in 15 minutes. Right, and then we can go with this and get another of these workshop modules here up and running. I'm a bit disappointed with the agriculture. The problem with this one here right now is that we just don't have the workforce, right? We need to make this more efficient on Viridian Coves, where I built the space shuttle a bit too far away. So for now, let's go with the physicists, where we have plenty of. And in that case, I think, yeah, that's the electronics, and that's pretty important anyway.
Offers new options.
There we have them now, the electronics, and they do need a solar cell
Heat reduction
that we can add, a storage system, and the recycling system. Right, and the problem now is though that it's too hot, so let's have a radiator here that is reducing the temperature there once again. So now they're working at 500% efficiency. We could now add more goods here to the station as well. The sustenance pack, microchips, qubit, for example, to further increase the efficiency of those modules, right? And as we can see, we have 120 expertise, which we can now invest into the electronics hardware here. Increases productivity in these factories, and that's it. Now we have that bonus, and now we research the other ones here now. And then we can go here into those trees there already with higher productivity than for example here the microchip factories. Exactly what we want. So that is the space station for now. Of course we're going to expand it in the future, and we're going to use our Nexus, our technology Nexus there. That's what we need. Let's leave the station. It's now an additional sector that we have unlocked here. And I want to use that bonus right away in the Arctic with the molybdane that we produce there for our neural implants that we can then deliver to Viridian Coves.
Transfer route.
Right, so the bonus in the Arctic is now at 61 for the molybdane, and that means we can have quite a lot of these neural implants that we can produce in those beautiful factories here. We do, however, not have that much workforce, but if it's fully worked out with the drone modules, as we can see, it's only taking one workforce, so we can have plenty of those factories here. Energy-wise, probably not the best idea though. So let's go for the moon. We need to do that quickly and continue to get our fusion reactors up to date. At the same time, we have the microchips here, and we already produced the microchips somewhere. I think it was in the temperate zone. There we have the microchips. And yeah, we have a surplus of 10 in Viridian Coves, and let's get that over to Mare Relictum.
New transfer route
And this is
delivered.
getting more and more complex here now with the trade routes. Having that over here. Let's get our transporter here back to the station, where we can then get the microchips once we have enough of them. And for now, how's the fusion power cells looking? Oh, actually, wait a second. I think we have a trade route active. Yeah, here. That is depleting that. Let's get rid of that. Now we have the fusion power cells for another fusion reactor that we can have over here. And boom, there it is. Another 4,000 energy. And I think, yeah, we can add a few more of these guys here now. One more. And then we're actually out of the magnetite here. But that's fine so far. Having now 6,000 energy, we can now increase the delivered to Akia flows of energy to transfer, right? So let's have a surplus of 3,600. And back in the Arctic, we can finally go now with more neural implants. Here we have our qubit processors. I don't think, yeah, here we have the quantum computers. And where should we get the space for more implants? Here we can have them, right? So just side by side, like this. Let's have 2 of them for now. Oh yeah, and the logistics. Let's add 2 more. And then we can now... Deuterium is lacking. I don't think so. We're not even consuming deuterium here. The cost is insane though of these modules. Let's actually have another one. How much molybdane do we have? Oh, yeah, we are negative. Righto. I'm going all out here with that because I really don't want to build them too often. It's looking pretty cool though. Right, that's that. Let's get some metal foam there. We're going to need more.
Anything else you need?
And that is just looking really cool.
Attention. Expansion of workforce recommended.
And let's have some drone depots here as well because we are totally out of workforce. This one reduces the workforce needed from 220 to only 1. So it's totally worth it. We're already positive, workforce-wise. And that's it. Yeah, we have 280 workforce now available once again. Let's actually move this one over there. And add another modules to it. Right, so minus 71 molybdane. I think we still have, yeah, another mining site available here.
Complete confidence in you.
Let's use that. And we have one more. What we still have is, what I remember is we have a mining site used for energy production. And there it is. How much energy is it producing? 900. We can get rid of it. 900. We are pretty down on the energy, but we only need one more molybdane mine. 2 more modules. Ah, that's minus 5. It's so close. I don't think we have another one though here in the Arctic. Not in this sector here anyway. So we'll just have to be happy with that for now. And my balance is not looking so good. Let's actually get those neural implants now. 131 though, so that will probably last now till the end of the game. And let's get this over to the Viridian Coves. And now my balance should kind of recover again a bit here, and it does. Very good. The same with my population, going up again a bit. In the meantime, we have enough microchips now on the moon, and we'll deliver that over here to her.
Your actions
The
caused
mysterious
a lot of
woman.
net traffic. General tenor is positive, though. A flag popped up on a bulletin board I watched. Thought it might be up your alley.
Maintain a stock of bioenhancers, 50, we have 460 in store, so that's a really easy one as well.
Let's see if you can debug this one.
Alright, attach combat drone to your lunar expedition rover and use the drone to destroy 5 landmines. We don't have them to go to actual war zones, of course. Doesn't mean this never was one though. Just demonstrate what the forgotten landmines around here are capable of doing. Alright, and they're on the other side of the moon. Of the crater, not of the moon. There we have those mines, and we just need to get the drone close to them so we can destroy them. So really easy task, as you can see. Most of these tasks, really just the biggest requirement is that you have reached a certain step in the game, and then you can just do that immediately. And station, we can now expand it.
Roger.
So we have reached a new level there. There we have the next drone.
Full speed ahead.
Right, so easy peasy
Full speed
problem
ahead.
here.
That's something for old Nick. I love it when things go right. I'd like to watch this from up close.
Here, test your skills on this one.
Oh no. Maintain a constructor bots that we need, alright? Constructor bots, easy enough. We do actually have a transfer route for that at the moment, I think, to Wildwater Bay. Actually, we don't. Right, so I can just use it.
Expansion
No, actually, we have it in Wildwater Bay. Let's have a look. There it is. Let's get rid of it and build the trade route. And we need to not forget, or it's very important to not forget, all the temporary transfer routes that we have here all the time, because we need to get rid of them again, right? Now, in Viridian Coves, we have finished the next step of the sector project over here.
You are to be complimented on your success.
And this one should be done now pretty soon.
An urgent matter. I'd be glad to assign it.
Attach
to
the
your
firework
operation.
ship to your command. Oh, I think putting on a light show and tow the firework. Oh, firework ships, and we need to get them to the sector project. There is my boat coming. And yeah, 200 years later in the future now, ships still have
Ropes are
sails.
fixed.
But that of course
Copy that.
is more or less an Easter egg, or
Attention.
kind of like a nice
Under
detail there,
provision of
because you
specific
always have that in
consumer
Anno.
goods detected.
Looking pretty cool, the command ship there though.
Battle stations. Block them. Don't
Alright,
let anyone
he's there
escape.
again. He has now his ships in Viridian Coves. Let's get my fleet. Call the fleet to
ordered
action
to location.
once again. And what we can do in the meantime, while my fleet is on its way, we get this biology institute here closer to the town.
Transfer route
Right, so over
suffers
here it's
from
32%
inadequate supply of
efficiency.
goods.
That's not enough yet. So over here we actually do have a bit of space there somewhere, right? Let's get rid of those buildings here.
Transfer route suffers from
And then we
inadequate
just
supply
move
of
this
goods.
one now right into the center of my town. And there it's got 100% efficiency. It's just very important to do that, because we do need
Consumer
lots of these
analyses show
biologists in the
unfulfilled
town.
demand for specific
Right, and
commodities.
around that, well, around that we might just have a few ornaments. For example, a bike station. Right, or a bus station. Let's have 2 bus stations.
Attention. Under provision of
Right, then we
specific
have
consumer
a
goods detected.
playground just behind the bus station.
Arriving.
Some billboards, and between them some parks that we can have here. So actually it's not looking that bad then. So if the whole thing burns to the ground, it's burning down with style. That's exactly that. And look at that, there's a nice entrance here to the training center. Everything in this game is looking so nice. Now 100%, so now we have enough of them, because the next kit that we use then on the space station is going to be the orbital, is going to be the biologists, because we now have enough of them.
confirmed.
And let's get rid of those ships here again. How many? 59.
Under provision of
It's getting
next
more and more.
incoming. For them.
Alright, and off they go. Once again, no one
On
cares
our way.
about them. What I care about is my
Here they
fireworks
come.
that I need for my sector project.
They're attacking.
Yeah, and just look at what the balance is when they attack, actually, you know, and it's going down crazy. You always should have some balance there, some credits on your bank account if that happens, to buy you some time.
Object attached.
Alright, we have the fireworks. Let's get back. And there it is.
Truly a testament to
And there we have
resilience
finished
and
the sector
longevity.
project for
I thank
Viridian
you for your
Coves.
cooperation. This is badly needed publicity.
That is looking amazing. Beautiful. So one major step finished here. And this is exactly what I wanted. Absolutely fantastic. And something else that I want to do is, well, I want to upgrade more of these buildings now. We have lots of productions updated. And for the first thing here, those guys here should be investors now too. Because this is really close to our headquarters then. And it's amazing how these buildings look, really.
Competitive edge
Fantastic.
sharpened.
There we can then have our main headquarters. And I also want to have some of these investors then in this part of the town. So there we can have, at least in the center here, a few more of these investors here. Right, coming up now too.
Registered under new name.
So that we now have these two centers then in Viridian Coves that are kind of like growing to the outside then with those high, or well, very tall buildings there. Beautiful. The only thing is now we do need a few of these biopolymers. We
I like a
actually...
customer who knows what they
Oh, this gives us, right, jumps us 2 levels there. Just getting the investors. And yeah, let's have some more upgrades here of those buildings here, of the smaller ones. So the workers. Get some more skyscrapers here. And that's 57. And I actually want to have more skyscrapers than here as well, because this is pretty central on the other side of the headquarters there, and they need a security center, so let's give it to them. We need one. Oh, it's the... I need to stop my trade route there for a second for the biopolymers. Oh, level 58 right away. It's still climbing.
Business successes multiplying.
And there we have the police or the security center. So they're happy and they will now want to upgrade.
This is a nice...
Perfect. And then just let's do it. Let's see how many we can actually upgrade. Oh, not that many. Only those guys here. We do need more workers. So we need to upgrade more of these guys here. But we cannot upgrade so many anymore. This is looking pretty cool too. I love that town here, especially with the lightning right now. Beautiful. Fantastic, really. And yeah, now our second center here grows and more investors are coming into town. That is the most important thing. Stay tuned.